Good evening and welcome to the Manteno Village Board meeting for Monday, November 16th, 2020. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Boyce.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Dole. Here. Crockett.
Here.
Geske.
Here.
Phillips.
Here.
We have a quorum. Tonight, as always, we begin with the approval of the minutes. In tonight's packet, we have the minutes from our TIF Joint Review Board meeting on November 2nd, along with our regular Village Board meeting minutes from November 2nd. Are there any changes, additions, deletions, corrections to either one of the minutes that are being presented? Seeing none, I'd accept the motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented by the clerk.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Crockett.
I'll second.
Second by Martin. Roll call.
Crockett.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Dole.
Yes.
Geske.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Public participation. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the board?
No one this evening, Mayor.
Village President's Report. I have nothing on my agenda tonight, but tonight is our last meeting before Thanksgiving. Just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. This year, things are going to be considerably different than other Thanksgivings that we have experienced because of the pandemic and everything that the country is going through. So, like I say, everybody, please be safe and do what they feel is the appropriate for their family to keep everybody happy or everybody healthy. Like I say, this is our last meeting previous to that holiday, and I know the schools are going to be rearranging some of their in-class training or in-class appearances, and so the kids are going to be probably out roaming the community a little bit more than normal, because they won't be in school as much over the course of the next couple of weeks, because I know that they're making some adaptations. So please have a great Thanksgiving and have a more important than anything, have a safe Thanksgiving. Village President's Report, Mr. LaRock.
I have nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Committee reports, Public Works and Utilities, Mr. Boyce.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no items on the agenda, but I do have a Public Works meeting on 11/24, 7 a.m. at the Village Boardroom. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Boyce. Properties and Recreation, Mr. Martin.
Same thing, no old or new business, but we do have a meeting March 17th of 21, unless Jim's not here, unless he calls something to talk about Lucille Thies Park, but we have nothing in between there.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Public Safety and Health, Mrs. Dole.
I don't have any action items on the agenda. My next public safety meeting is Wednesday, December 9th at 7 a.m. at the Village Boardroom. Do have a couple tips, though. I'm going to keep you intense here. Numerous local residents have received notification in the mail that they had applied for unemployment benefits when they had not. If you receive this letter from the Illinois Department of Employment Security, it is a scam. The FBI says that it's one of the fastest growing scams in the country and is impacting many Manteno residents. Scammers are using people's names and personal information to apply for unemployment benefits through the Illinois Department of Employment Security. And once those benefits are approved, the fraud victim receives a debit card in the mail. Then the scammers go back into the system and request that the money instead be transferred into an account that they have set up. Victims of this fraud may be inclined to throw the debit card away, but that's a mistake. The police recommend you keep a file of all the fraudulent documents you receive. The police like it when victims maintain a file of all the information they have at their disposal, not only for the possible future investigations, but for your own protection if you end up getting taxed on potential income you did not receive. People who receive the card should call the Illinois Department of Employment Security at 1-800-814-0513 and contact the Illinois Attorney General's office website or call the office hotline, identity theft hotline. Also, as a reminder, there are a large number of scams going on at any given time. If you're ever contacted by someone you don't know by phone or social media, do not communicate with them. Block all unknown numbers on your phone. Scammers are ingenious at convincing you they are legitimate. They typically say they are from an organization that you recognize. State there is some sort of problem or prize, pressure you to act quickly, and want payment in a very specific manner, usually gift cards. Never purchase gift cards for someone you met online. It is always a scam, and your money cannot be recovered. If you have any concerns about someone that contacts you, contact the Manteno Police Department immediately. The Village of Manteno does not allow the burning of leaves and other yard waste. Only recreational fires are allowable. Burning leaves release irritants into the air that can cause respiratory problems and other issues. Piles of burning leaves can also release carbon monoxide into the air, which is dangerous to everyone, but especially for newborn infants and the elderly. Keep your furnace in good condition, and above all, maintenance ensures your furnace won't catch fire. Every furnace needs proper maintenance before temperatures drop. Back to what we talk about every year about this time is replacing batteries and carbon monoxide and fire alarms at least every year, and testing them as such too, just to make sure that the maintenance is good and you don't have any problems, and make sure they work. And to every Manteno resident, you can pick up smoke alarms free at the Manteno Fire District office. Also, clean the lint filter before and after each load of your laundry. Don't forget to clean the back of the dryer when lint can build up. In addition, clean the lint filter with a nylon brush at least every 6 months or more often it becomes clogged. And don't leave a clothes dryer running if you leave home or when you go to bed. The leading cause of home clothes dryer fires is the failure to clean them. More homes, clothes, dryers fire occur in the fall and winter months, peaking in January. And also, if anybody's going to be frying up a turkey, keep it away from the house. Set up the turkey fryer more than 10 feet away from the home, and keep the children and pets away. Never leave it unattended. Find flat ground. Only use thawed and dry turkeys. Monitor the temp, and be prepared. Always have a fire extinguisher in case something goes wrong for an oil, or if the oil ignites. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Stoll. Your comments about the unemployment insurance is very timely. I know the Manteno Police have taken a number of reports throughout the community, so, and I know that there's a lot of them throughout the whole Kankakee County area, so that scam is, it's prevalent all the way around. I know anybody that's tried to call the Illinois Department of Employment Security is, the number's constantly busy. So, if you can't get through to them, make sure that you send a letter or fill out paperwork at the Attorney General's office, because you're correct. If, all of a sudden next February you get a 1099 from the state of Illinois about unemployment insurance that you received and you really didn't receive it, you're going to want all that documented for your tax purposes, so you're not, paying income tax on money that you didn't receive. Planning and zoning, Mr. Crockett.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one item on the agenda this evening. It's Resolution 20-06, which is a resolution authorizing a release of letter of credit and acceptance of improvements for Unit 4 of Eagles Landing. The developer, Jerry Kerwick, requested release of this warranty letter of credit for the subdivision improvements in the Eagles Landing Phase 4A subdivision. Those improvements are now over 3 years old, and there have not been any issues with any of the installed improvements. Phase 4B is nearly completed, and when all improvements are installed and operational, Mr. Kerwick will also be required to provide a warranty security instrument for a 2-year period beginning when the board accepts the development improvements. We do have a Planning and Zoning Committee meeting scheduled for Tuesday, November the 24th, 7 a.m. in the Village Boardroom. And then there is also a Planning Commission meeting scheduled for December the 8th, 6 p.m., also here in the Village Boardroom. And that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Finance, Mr. Geske.
Thank you, Mayor. The only item I have is payment of bills in the amount of $118,476.49, which includes TIF bills from TIF 1 of $2,250 and TIF 3 of $55. We've had no bills authorized and paid between board cycle, and our next Finance Committee meeting scheduled for December 9th at 7 a.m.
Thank you, Mr. Geske. General Government, Mr. Phillips.
I have nothing on the agenda tonight, Mayor.
You got a pretty small agenda, so the only items that we'll be voting on tonight are item number, under new business, item number 1, which is Resolution 2006, a resolution authorizing the release of a letter of credit and acceptance of improvements for Unit 4 for Eagles Landing. And under financial reports, the payment of the bills in the amount of $118,476.49, of which $22.50 are TIF 1 and $55 are TIF 3. Are there any items on the consent agenda that need to be voted on individually? Seeing none, I'd accept the motion to take a single roll call vote on the question of passage of the agenda items as read.
I'll make it.
Motion by Boyce,
I'll second.
second by Crockett, roll call.
Boyce,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes,
Motion carries. I accept the motion to approve by unanimous vote the ordinances, resolutions, motions, and orders contained in the consent agenda as read.
I make the
Motion
motion.
by Phillips,
Second.
second by Dole, roll call.
Phillips.
Yes,
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Geske.
Yes.
Motion carries. You have anything you want to talk about tonight, Mr. Boyce?
No, I don't. Just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. That's all I got. Thank you.
Mr. Martin?
Same thing. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself.
All right. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
yes.
Mr. Crockett?
Likewise.
Same.
Mr. Phillips?
Safe and healthy, yes.
I know that after Thanksgiving, Sarah's got planned Santa comes to town totally revamped from what it has been in the past because of the social distancing, and I believe it's going to be more of a, sleigh ride down Main Street, and the business walk is going to take a place over the course of a week, so people can go into all the different businesses. So she'll be, sending out more information about that, but be sure that, and be able to hopefully be available for the lighting that we will have on Main Street. I know Public Works has been working hard, putting lights up all over town, and, we're going to have a preview at some point in time to see make sure they all work. I'm sure that they'll look great, because they always do a great job, but they have worked hard since, end of September, getting everything ready to go. So hopefully it will be a bright spot in what has been a very challenging year. So, with that, I would accept the motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dole, second by Crockett.
Me.
Roll call.
Dole,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
and Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you very much for coming and for watching.